Okay, good afternoon YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse and we are back with Final Fantasy XIV. Took a break from it last night to play a little bit of Chroma Squad. Figured shaking things up and playing one game during the day and one game during the evening would be a good way to make it more interesting. Well, anyway, now we saved the Elder of the Sylph race. Now we've got to go back and give them a diplomatic gift of a bunch of rose oil. We get that done, we're more than likely going to be sent right back to Waking Sands in Minfilia to be told about some other big threat to the to the world. I got hit with heavy, that's why we're going so slow. I'm actually kind of glad they took that off of White Mage's stone spells. That's one thing they really did from what I can see with the ability crunch in Stormblood, was they took away a lot of the excess abilities and superfluous things like Cure 1, Cure 2, Cure 3, or Stone 1 through Stone 4. So you have less cluttering up your bar. I'm glad for that. You see, that also reminds me of a problem we had back in early days of World of Warcraft. You had different, or each of your spells as you leveled up had different tiers. And spellcasters would often keep the, each of their tiers on their action bars, because it was generally seen as a bad idea to always be casting your most powerful spell, or version of a spell, because they cost more mana. And if you use the biggest things, you'd run yourself dry. It's counterintuitive, but it's how things were back then. One from Buscadon. Okay. For these ones, here's your rose oil. We sent this, never once smelled anything like this before. Walking one, Buscadon. Okay, and adventuring one are very kind. You know that this one is deeply grateful, but walking ones are scary. Many walking ones utter many lies and much deception. This one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. Yay, happy, happy, joy, joy. We're all friends. Let's go speak to Comutio. What do you want? Okay, Comutio wants you to discuss peace with Friccio. This one has been expecting walking one. This one fetches elder one. And again, remind you, that's a dude. This one is pleased to see walking one again. Welcome to the home of these ones. There you are. We've just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. The walking ones who aided Narashia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you don't mind me asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as walking one calls them, of this one began when Imperial ones entered the wood. During trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and the Imperial ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Yeah, the Imperials, they believe that any race that isn't one of the 5 human races is vile and needs exterminated. Like their gods. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not, and Totorak, a sinister one robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. Sinister one robed in black. Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? It was an Ascian. We would have seen that in cutscenes we skipped past. Elder Friccio. Okay, we come as emissaries from the nation of Gridania. This missive bears you Words of the Elder Seeds here. This is what we've been doing for a couple of days just to get to this point. This one sees, so walking ones of Gridania are filfer of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes, your people summoned the Lord of Levin once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seeds here wrote to you. Okay, well, this one knows and respects Honored One Kane Senna. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from the Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. And against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all of those who took part became touched ones. That's their word for tempering. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, want to turn these ones into touched ones and did know how. So this one fled a little solace with all those who did not wish to become bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones of Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones don't touch or trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. Yeah, that's the thing. Each of these primal deities have their own personality, and those who are tempered to forced to be their worshippers follow that personality. Ramu, unlike the other ones being warlike and rapacious, is very much isolationist. It's like, leave me the fuck alone, I'll leave you alone. But these ones have spoken enough of touched ones. These ones would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By the way of addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on qualities embodied. Okay, like I said. In case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers, but what about the abductions? Fine question. The abductions, I believe, are an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation. Another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Fricio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. This is what we've been wanting for 2 days. Wishing to cooperate. This one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kane Senna. Okay, so we get that back to Kane Senna, and we can go back to the Waking Sands. Okay, and now they're talking crap to each other. Anyway, we're going back to the Waking Sands. Fear not. Okay. To deliver this message to the Adder's Nest. Elder Fricio, we humbly thank you for your time. It's been an honor. The honor is this one's together. Let's the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait. This one is yet to give a walking one a token of appreciation, and they give me one of the crystals. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted with this crystal. These ones would now bestow the crystal upon walking one as a symbol of trust. This cutscene that's happening is going to be important. Remember, we got one crystal at the beginning. We got one when we killed Ifrit. And now we just got a third. It seems as if we're destined to get 6 there, doesn't it? Gaston was not mistaken about walking one. Okay. Walking Wind is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. Brilliant light from within Waking Wind enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this well. That crystal will be one day of use to you. Keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking Wind returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking Wind to watch touched ones. As long as touched ones are not troubled, touched ones will not make trouble. If Walking Wind witness touched ones making no trouble, mayhap you can testify to Gridania that they mean no harm. Okay, these ones' homelands is fraught with danger. This one marks safe places to look out for touched ones. So they're giving me a little bit of something to do before I go back. Okay. Because they can't just have me go back, they've got to add some padding to it. But hey, it's story. And this does give us insight to the Sylvan peoples. I'm here, I'm doing lookout. Oh, I had to be right standing on the thing? That's horseshit. The temperate souls in the distance, you do not sense they pose a danger if left alone. So, intelligent race acting crudely after being tempered, though still following their deity's beliefs. So it's as if, as intelligence goes down, faith goes up. I'm not even touching that concept with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, that's just a minefield of bad juju right there. Believe in yourself, but okay. Well, let's go speak to the dude, and then he's gonna tell me go back to the Waking Sands. It's you. Welcome to the meeting. How went the meeting in the Sylphs? Okay. Letter from the Elder. It's from the Sylph Elder? Okay. Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon remove. And so long as we leave the tempered ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seed, sir, will be overjoyed to hear this. And the knowledge that they bear us no will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You've done a nation a great service. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Okay, back to the wood. Now what do you have for me, buddy? Sylphic folk have long been friends for Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pain the seeds here to no end. But owing to your efforts, she's able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Seventh Dawn had not offered to mediate between our peoples. The doubt may well have led us to needless conflict. Pay pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello, can you hear me? It's Minfilia. Eden Papalimo returned some time ago. They wasted no time regaling me with your exploits. Thanks in large parts to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. At the end of one tale is sort of another. Please return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. The funny thing is, we're going to be probably sent right back to Gridania if memory serves. Either that or... No, actually, I believe we're sent over to... Yeah, we're sent over to Southern Thanalon, I believe. go ahead and use that free aetherite. I got the money. It's not a problem. Check something really quick. Okay, no, my cap is 10,000, so that won't be a problem. Blueberry scones. That's a cute name. Grimmy Nom Nom. Okay. Weird names people take in this game. But I really can't say anything because, let's be perfectly honest, I'm not one to shy away from weird names too. I mean, I used to have a culinarian character, that's to say a cook. In an older Final Fantasy XI that is, called Yori no Tetsujin, or literally translated Iron Man of Cooking, which is what the Japanese call Iron Chef. Have fun with that. I can't even be affected since I'm so many levels higher. So not my circus, not my monkeys, not my problem. So 3 more levels, I'll no longer be a marauder, but a warrior. I'm looking forward to seeing that quest since I've never been that far as a marauder. I'm genuinely having fun with this. Now, most people playing don't care for the story. They want to know how to play their character more effectively. I'm not the person to be watching to do that, or to know that. I admit I make a lot of very, amateur mistakes. Oh, hey, Thancred. I thought he was just kicking it against the wall like that. Oh, I was supposed to go speak to Tataru first. Duh. Whoopsie daisy. I'm an idiot. Okay. This is my favorite adventure. Welcome back. Lady Minfilia awaits you. So, because I missed one step, I have to go back and do all this over again. Yay. Okay. I'm given to understand the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved, and this is the first time they really see Alpha Note. I fear resolved speaks of a permanence we can't rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied the Lord of Levin will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How far is the investigation? Well enough, Thancred is sparing no effort. There are many in one, they are many and one, it's just as you expected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I've been meaning to ask, is Alice quite well? I feel as if I've scarcely seen her in recent weeks. Oh, you haven't, nor have I, alas. Alice has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it then we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. Smug little shit, but you see that that's well deserved later on. It's good to see you again. Looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph. On your efforts, the conflict has been resorted. Truly, you've made the Scions proud. With that, we can strike remove from the list. What's next? The Sagan and Leviathan? Lord of Worl has not answered his minions' calls of late, nor is he inclined to. Okay. While the Sagan remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices for a time at least. For a time bears repeating, we can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Ishtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when a primal will return to plague the land. That being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend on it. So indeed then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent time, we are left with... I met Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal who lived near Gridania. That's what I meant. So many miles to cover. Were that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? Yeah, about their chief, we'll learn about him later. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. They are a theocracy. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You've earned it. Never say you've earned a moment's peace in a role-playing game, because that's when things turn to shit. Is there something else? Beg pardon, a man named La Habrea sporting a red mask robed in black, 12th Reserve. Again, cutscene that I skipped past in Totorock yesterday. Because if I would have shown the cutscene, I would have had everybody else waiting, and it would have been very annoying to them. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why they chose to cast off their veil of secrecy, gods, this bodes ill. Let's take advantage of the lull and primal hostilities to investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him. I dread to see Eek Tataru. Aww. Ain't she cute? A Sylph and Thenelin? Norashia. At long last, this one finds my character. This one is most dependable the most dependable of these ones. Was sent by Elder Friccio to help these walking ones. This one is called Norashia. This one comes as a friend. Let this one be friends. He's like, pleasure to meet you? And yes, her hair looks like a vegetable. That's, yeah, they're plant people. That was cute. Now, what does Minfilia want with me? Powderus is ready to express her fright as she has to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you. But it takes all kinds to be a family. It pleases me to know when to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, drawn to the hope that shines within me. As darkness threatens to engulf this light, never have I doubted the Ascians' presence. But they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of foreboding. Okay, XP, level... Okay, Minfilia would have you investigate this mysterious La Habrea. Afraid there's no rest for the weary, we must delve further into the motivations of this masked man, the Ascian known as La Habrea. It is an ideal moment to do so while our hands are not bound with dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I would not be surprised if their beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each grand company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. Their intelligence, or this is intelligence we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with the Flame Commander to inquire further. How you go about the investigation, I leave wholly to your discretion. Whatever you do, do not forget we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions here. Be safe. Now, before I do that, I'm going to take a trip to Lemsa because there's something I want to check out. I want to see if I can level my Grand Company yet, because I don't know if I need 1,000 or 2,000. I forgot to check on that the last time I was in Lemsa. Because right now I'm only a private 3rd class. I don't understand that. 3 different ranks of private. Then again, when I was in the United States Army, they had PV1 and PV2, which were both just named private. Then then there was PFC, which was E3, which was private 1st class. So I guess it makes sense. But both E1 and E2 were considered privates. And that's just what they were called. Well, then again, both 1st and 2nd lieutenants are referred to as lieutenant as well, so good point, I suppose. Taking a while to load today. Check on that. It's just taking a long time to load. That's not usual for me. I'm gonna check to see if I got some kind of disk usage problem going on. I'd say my system is making a high amount of usage. Not liking this. I think it might be frozen. Or not. It should not have taken that long to load in. I think I might do some checking on my system after I'm done with today's stream. get up to the aft castle. My paycheck? I'm not sure I understand. I'm gonna check my task manager. It should not be taking this long to load. I think my system is doing a Windows update on the sly without telling me. And that's why things are taking so long to load. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about Windows 10. Is it will download and install updates without telling you. Holy crap, I was right. I just got an announcement. Oh, we need to restart your computer when you're done doing whatever. Because we have updates to install. Terrible burden being right all the time. Okay, private third class. To qualify for second class, I must fulfill... Okay, so I need 2,000 seals. Let's check my hunter's marks. Okay, for the Maelstrom. Okay, I need a Malcha Hunters. I'll get those easily. Get those in Eastern Thanalan by the Sandgate. And I've got these ones, okay, by Broken Water in Southern Thanalan. Could have gotten these while I was in... I should have gotten these. Okay, well, we're gonna go get you. And you, Exali, those are gonna be a pain. We won't be getting those for a while anyway, because those are in Kurthus. Wait, yeah, I changed my thing to Thanalan, or to Gridania. Whoopsie daisy. Ah, right. Good point. Ethernet, we're going to set you as home point for now. Of course, that's one thing that I always thought was really silly when it came to the military, were pay scales. I mean, back when I was an E1 private, they actually had two different pay scales for being a private. One whether you were in for 4 months, or one whether you weren't in for 4 months. Having been in, full disclosure, I got out of the military on a medical. Broke my hip in training. They've put me in 2 months in convalescence, and ultimately decided that I wasn't worth keeping. Well, in that time, I had been in as a private for 4 months, and did for basically about 2 weeks get the second tier pay scale. That is so much faster. I think this was a good change that they added the speed boosts in earlier areas for your chocobos. Makes getting around so much more convenient. Now we're just going up here to get a hunter's mark for the Maelstrom. Then we'll get back and get back to the main story. I mean, I'm sorry, I just really, really want to get my promotions there. I don't get it. I don't get any pay grade for it. It's more a matter of not sure how to put it. Sandgate. Where is Sandgate? Okay, so down here. And it is specifically the hunters. This shouldn't be too hard. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against the military. But it was a good thing that I didn't stay in. It was not for me. Whole main reason I joined the army when I was, back in the day, I was young, I was stupid. I was angry at my father. Now, my father was a much shorter man than myself. And I had a lot of anger at him that I really didn't need to have. There were times when part of the reason I went to enlist was I was angry at him. I mean, I was legitimately upset. I thought, if that little shit can do this, so can I. And I learned that I was wrong. Definitely gained a lot more respect for my father after going through the 4.5 months that I did. Now we need to return back to Olda. Now, as far as the Grand Company, the rank doesn't get you that. What it does is it unlocks better stuff from the Grand Company shop that I can buy. I mean, I can buy better weapons and stuff from it. I can buy this and that from it. Back in the old days, when the game first relaunched, having having rank in the Grand Company allowed you to buy stopgap gear that helped you have a leg up when you were working towards getting the good raid gear. Now, you automatically get better as part of the story. But being a part of the Grand Companies is still important because of some of the other stuff you can get. Okay, yes, okay, there's been a sighting of this rogue near Eastern Thanalin. Brass Blade, High Bridge, discovered in detail. Okay, but I'm afraid he died. Okay, I would have pointed to the witness, but he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kikern. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be quick to despair. Being situated in a trade route, High Bridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folks are always coming and going, and some of them might have caught a glimpse of your target. You do well to speak to a merchant called Hihibaru. Fellows always start for customers, and you no doubt welcome your attention, or whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. So we're going back to Eastern Thanalin, okay? One moment while I check on something. Okay, now we need to get back to High Bridge. Oh, one moment. Mom, is that you out there? I thought you were leaving at 3. Well, anyway, we had mail for Tony that I put away. Okay, what these little buffs up here are is this shows what things are enhancing my character. My fact that I'm on a chocobo and have increased movement speed. These two are free company. They're called actions, but what they are 24-hour buffs that the leader of the guild can enable for the guild that day. This is increased experience through gathering. That means so miners and botanists and fishermen get more XP for gathering stuff. Reduced rates means the teleportation's cheaper. That one you've seen that I've been heavily taking advantage of. Okay, one moment. There is something I have to look into really quick. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So we were just here. This is what I get for being impatient. Whoopsie daisy. That's one thing this game does is it gives you a lot of story. This game has story in spades. You know, a lot of depth, a lot of world building. However, the downside is that means a lot of talking. Again, was speaking to my #1 fan there. I love y'all like a good plate of fried chicken, but she's more important than all of you. Average adventure, whatever you seek. Excuse me. Well, you're after that masked man. I'm not sure if... Now, oh, you're after a masked man. Oh, okay. Why didn't you say so sooner? That individual might have featured in many rumors I've heard. The linger realm will help you learn a thing or two. So basically, it's going to screw me into doing work for him. Unless you can help them find my Brea, maybe. Order of Nullfall began excavating the ruins below. I had hopes the Hybrids returned to a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the near-endless beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a mile of here. When I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, I'm loath to give up without asking for an earnest effort to stick it out. If things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Okay. Mine won't do me any good. I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you could browse my wares, spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. That masked man, I'll take your damn masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got, and if you want to know about them, go and ask the other merchants. Oh yeah, sometimes the fates that you see out there, the public quests, they end up working in chains. That if you succeed on one, another happens, and if you succeed on that one, another happens with a big payoff. There is one of those here, and it looks like it's got its start, and if it's the one I think it is, it gets its start right here. We have people here, so I'm going to go kick that off. First, I'm going to go speak to this fella. Trail of the Masked Man. I've heard of him only in hushed whispers. Okay. Black hooded robe. Looks suspicious. Okay. We'll speak to you in a bit. What do you have, Mr. Blade? Purple. Miss Blade, rather. Look at that's so how the original. Look at sell them off to homology for tempering. Once a person has been tempered, a soul is lost and the body transformed. You must stop this foul dealing before they're okay. Will you help? Recommended level for this fate is 26. Back on High Bridge, denouement. We've got all the bosses taken, so we're gonna go deal with Agro. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing this solo. Freaking treating. Run them the hell away. This is not my circus. It's not my monkeys. Not my problem. Yeah, ding, 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 ding. Not my problem. Leave me alone. I'm too young to die. I'm too pretty to die. Not as many people doing that particular fate. But most of them seem to go for fate grinds to Kurthus, I do believe. At least that's where they used to. I don't know now. Stormblood may have changed it. Mass not wearing dark robe, nor do I wish to. Business bad enough. Folk have been giving hybrids a wide berth because of the raids, but the most devout pilgrims. Okay, number the most devout pilgrims. Okay. Speak to Hibaru. This place brings back memories. This is where the climax of the Gladiator level 30 quest went, or had you doing a running fight to save the rest of your guildmates. Judging by your expression, you didn't learn much use. Sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just the things are so tough for us merchants at the moment. Raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect someone is orchestrating it all. Tend to put my welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Promise to keep an eye out for your man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. He has information that may well lead you. Okay. An investigative adventurer. Are you still on the trail of that masked man? I happen to remember something and will share it with you. You recall my telling you how the Kikern have been raiding High Bridge and without cease? Well, there's a rumor that the filthy rats have been meeting with a great hulk of a man in secret. Well, I can't say this is the Minfilia Seek. I reckon it's as good as lead as any other, according to witnesses. It takes place in a lair located southeast of here. Perhaps you'll come upon some kind of clue. Be careful though, those buggers don't take kindly to visitors. And that clue is right where I started the entire Hellstorm. Well, and it's an hour-long one. So I done effed up. Whoopsie daisy. gotta get through. I gotta get up to there. That's not gonna be fun. Of course, this wouldn't be fun even on a good day. Okay, time to get out of here. I'm glad he didn't aggro on me. I can leave. Run away! Run away! But basically how it starts is there's a series of raids on this area as a fate. Depending on how they turn out, you're either going to fight the Cocoon to rescue villagers or to put a stop to their raiding. Once again, the Cocoon lair. Several others. You cannot decipher the writings. There's always a possibility it could be something completely different. Heads or tails of this? Oh, it's written in Amaljic. You're in luck. I just happened to have learned a spot of it back in the day. It seems that the contents pertain to people trafficking. God's good from reading this right. The Cocoon are trying to strike a deal with the Amalja. They mean to catch hapless souls at Highbridge and sell them off like sacks of potatoes. To think that the tribes of beastmen are colluding in their villainy, I must warn everyone to remain vigilant. You have my thanks. Did you not brave the Cocoon lair? No one would have known what these creatures were plotting until they actually began picking us off. On the other hand, I suppose this means that you're no closer to finding your man. Well, unless it's an Amalja you're looking for, but probably not. More money. Okay. Where there is smoke. Okay. Has information that will surely lead you to La Habrea. Or not. Okay, I finally some honest-to-God's information about your masked man. This time it's a real thing. Why so confident? I saw him with my own two eyes. Out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, I noticed a column of smoke rising in a cliff near Thal's Respite. I took myself to find a masked man, your masked man, there standing by a fire. As if in answer, Cocoon appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. The group dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt. But you've ruined yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? That'll be some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Basically, I believe that he's masking me saving his business as trying to find the guy that I'm really looking for. And now there's a fade up there instead. That one I'll be more amenable to doing. Well, now that I am a... Okay. Oh, crap. Those are some big-ass curls. Oh, that would be why. Please don't aggro on me. I ended up attacking the wrong thing. The non-aggro, non-target. Whoopsie daisy. It's right here. We're literally on the way. The Grand Company seals will help me get my rank in. And the Grand Company. You see how it's going so quickly. And I'm actually getting experience in doing some fighting. Which is part of the reason I'm here is fighting is getting me experience. Not as much as I would get from leveling, or from questing, but XP is XP. That is another hunter's quest right there. That's for people who are level 50 plus and have the highest rank in the Grand Company. So, not for me. You see how many seals we got from that. XP isn't all that bad either. Especially when you add in the XP I got from killing things. It's comparable to a current level quest. It's a hostile presence. Okay. Corpse Brigade. Ward of the Destroyer. Oh, right. That's not good. Okay, the thing is, I know some of the mythology about this. So I know what the Corpse Brigade are. They haven't been introduced yet. They're essentially freedom fighters slash terrorists. Okay, and Hihibaru, what do you have for me? My masked man, here you go. The scroll appears to refer to Ralger the Destroyer. If you're unfamiliar, Ralger is a guardian deity of Alamigo, currently under Garlean rule. It is highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I wager my last skill your assailant was Alamigan. Seems this masked man of yours is very well connected, I must confess. The merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead and darkness beside. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? Tempting, but, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. On to Little Alamigo. Okay. The Alamigan bandit you had to run in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands little reason if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head towards Little Alamigo over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, this settlement is favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ulda. The hearts of the denizens are said to be burned as the wasteland they live in, and so for all intents and purposes it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Okay, I'm not so certain how much help she would be, but it so happens I have a daughter who relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hey, Hyra. Okay. Wouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think about her. Okay. I suppose that's it then. I had hoped you would linger a while, call some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is that you end up, I wish you the best. Now to southern Thanalan. Okay, and now we have found Southern Thunelon. Okay. Now we have a Hunter's Mark here, too. A Malcha Bruisers at Broken Water. Let's find some of these bruisers. Oh, and one of my favorite dungeons right here, the Sunken Temple of Karn. It's a very mechanics-heavy dungeon that teaches you how to do your job as a tank. And it has a lot of very mechanics-heavy things, but it's very well done, in my opinion. And that bruiser, the one we're actually here to fight, is just sitting there doing nothing while I'm beating the crap out of his friend. Okay. This group will get us what we need. I haven't used more potions than I like. But now I guarantee, okay, now I absolutely will have the amount that I need for the quest. Or for the promotion. We'll handle that after we're done with Little Alamigo. If that sounds like calling somewhere a little Italy or Chinatown, that's basically what it is. You see, one of the nations of the continent of Eorzea, Alamigo, had successfully actually been taken by the Garleans. And their people are refugees. Now, being that this is a very Japanese place, you know, Gaijin bad, and none of the other nations trust the Alamigan refugees, and said refugees are desperate to bring back their homeland, even if that's dangerous, even if their methods could potentially be very, very bad. Oh, my father, okay. I wish I could be better at him. Just so sorry. I shouldn't bother you with family matters, but I'm grateful to you for delivering the message. What brings you here? Masked Man, I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells. One of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabal, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. So I'm probably going to be told to screw right off. Who are you? State your business. Be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say, and why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer to the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. And again, to their feelings, they're justified in their standoffishness. You know, from what they have to deal with. Because of the racism they face everything they face, seeing people that aren't at all helpful to them with their problems. Because they want to free their nation. Okay, Giselbert will aid me in my manhunt. Okay, well, Matt, head of security here in Little Amigo. I heard you tell business with Gundabald. You're on the Bristol Berry. He probably told you to F off. Owing to their hardships, refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men can get so much as a word of thanks out of them despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man where I can, and you seem a decent sort. Tell me what's brought you here, I can lend a hand. Trail of a masked villain. I can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on the lookout for a mall just south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. If I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet thandle and tea to lift their spirits, if you were to run to this little errand in my stead, they'll be all the more willing to help tell you what they know. So he wants me to drop what I'm doing and bring tea to his minion, or to his troops, so that they'll be amenable to telling me things about the masked person that I'm looking for. Who the hell's you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. Okay, so here's some sweet thandle. Oh, with a generous... Okay. Mixed with rich aldegoat cream and a generous spoonful of cactuar flower honey. Okay, you consider it. Thanks, what's that masked villain hiding among the refugees like as not? Compatriots as live here go as though they're dead on their feet. It's near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. See? They don't trust the refugees. They think, oh, because they don't have jobs, they're criminals. But because they're criminals, they can't get jobs. Feel bad for somebody simply trying to earn an honest, do an honest day's worth of anything. Are you an Amalja? No, then carry on. This sophisticated aroma's been forever since I had a drop of sweet thandle, and I'm going to enjoy this. What a masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 feet tall, and has the face of a lizard, I couldn't give an actor's fart. Shoo, don't bother me if the Amalja overrun us. I'm blaming you. Me shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man. As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. I couldn't make out whether it was a man or not with that robe, but I assumed it was a he. He was talking to some Alamegans. I was assuming he was one of them. Okay, now go back to speaking to Giselbert. Another level 28. 30 is what we're looking for. 30 gets me access to the job quest. It allows me to, instead of being a marauder, be a warrior. Now, a warrior is an upgrade over the basic marauder class. It gives a lot of benefits, improved stats for one. But while you can choose to level just as a marauder, don't. Because their class quests, or their job quests as a marauder as you level up every 5 levels, and you get class-specific abilities over that course that make you better at what you do. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. Not sure that much to go by. That's a good chance. You'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans for this. You need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. So I need to make nice with the locals. Look at that happening. Got a thunderstorm axe. Okay, gonna get more. Okay. So you're determined to press on with your investigation. Then I have advice to offer. As I said before, you don't get far without their trust, and the best way to win that is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Old Hop, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible. A common purpose. The purpose, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabald belongs to Alamegan Resistance, so your best bet would be to someone who's part of the same crew. If there are any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. So I need to go speak to Minfilia. Yay! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so remember what I said sometimes about being slightly irritated about the back and forth? And you see that I'm doing back and forth most of today's mission, or most of today's session? Yeah. You know, while I love the story building in this game, while I love the characterization, this feels like padding. Now, I don't mind a little bit of padding. I mean, how else are you going to get a game to the point where people are paying for access to it for months at a go? Because otherwise, people will get through the game and be done and be bored now. I mean, take, for example, Fallout 4. It took me over a month to get through that game. It was a month of extreme fun, to be sure. But once I got done with that, well, there really wasn't much else to do. I know for a fact I didn't 100% everything, but after I got about to the point where I was, while I was seeing new things, I wasn't getting new stuff. I mean, there was little point to exploring other than to get more ammo. Other than to get more crafting materials. Because there was literally no more upgrades for my character. I mean, I had everything 100% maxed out as far as, you know, upgrades go. What's got you all mopey? Consider yourself my wolf? Okay. So at that point, I felt there really wasn't any more purpose to exploring. Oh, of course I did the expansions, because those brought me new stuff, and I got to see new things. First investigation. I see, given all they've suffered, it is a little wonder the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. But they've had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have seen fit to remain in the enemy's, or have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matter, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As such, a great many Alamegans now live in the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Sigh. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships, I fear nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. See Stormblood, from what I hear tell. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Okay, meeting with resistance. Again, get the one that I can sell off, which is going to be the staff. Okay, your Alamegan comrade is named Haribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt he would gladly assist you. If I recall correctly, he's currently between missions. Look for him in the storage area. And there's Harbert with some goofy ass hair. Listen, okay, Razor, what can I do for you? We wish to win the trust of the people of Little Amigo. That's a daunting task, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries the weight with that lot. Okay, I used to be a member of the Resistance, but you see, I left in favor to join the Scions. While my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains the same. The liberation of Amigo, yet whatever my reasons, I abandoned my comrades and will have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda. She's a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her and she won't lead you astray. So, time to go to Quarry Mill. I expect my frame rate to go to absolute shit because of all the people there. Well, while we're here, let's go ahead and get those two kill quotas for Gridani, or for the sylphs. Well, what's that gonna leave us anyway? All right, the Ixal. We won't be bothering with them for many levels. All right. Oh, but I'm level 28. I can get some better rings. Independent Tinker? Would it be okay? Well, we'll speak to you. Oh, you're not what I need. Apothecary gives me drugs, healing potions. Yeah, no, we're gonna stay away from that creepy bastard. Independent Jeweler. Accessories, okay. Okay, now we have Silver Wrestles. Do you have ones that give dex? Okay, that give vitality. No, you do not. Rings, okay. Do you have vitality rings? No, you do not. Oh, I can't wear you for a level. Whoopsie daisy. I have a reinforced iron plate belt. Which looks like that's the best I can have for now. Okay. And it looks like we are set for now. Actually, let's do something else first. I'm going to go ahead and get my promotion. Then we'll come back and... Okay. Yes, if it sounds like I'm, you know, directionless here, that I'm trying to go several different ways at once, that's exactly what I'm doing. Oh no, oh hell no. Literally named himself Long Dong Silver. That's the kind of shit you have to worry about playing a multiplayer game. People doing crap like that. I'm reminded of when I was going to the bank a couple of days ago, and the lady who I was speaking with was talking about her 9-year-old son wanting to play World of Warcraft. Now imagine her walking along while her son is playing a video game and seeing some guy walking along with the name Long Dong Silver. She's going to be upset. Apply for promotion. Currently still in private third class. To get second class, I need 2,000 seals. I've got 2,000 seals. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you the rank of second class. May you serve the best interests until C swallows all. Apply for promotion. You must fulfill the following requirements. I need 3,000. That should be easy. Okay, things I could get with my current rank. Weapons that aren't too bad. Let's see what the Storm Axe looks like. Nothing major. And we've got versions at level 31, which are much better. I have to be a corporal to wear those, which is, yeah. And we've got oh, so they actually do have level. Okay, level. Oh, you can actually buy a tricorn. That's awesome. Temporary warfare defense. Classic squadron member from Gladiator. Okay, Gladiator Marauder. Oh, right. You can actually. Oh, you can actually get a squadron. That's cool. That's first lieutenant stuff, though. So I won't be seeing that for a good long ass time. But so I need 3,000 marks. Where are we at on marks? Okay, I'm gonna get 1,081 for finishing that one. Okay. Should just barely be there after getting everything here. Why didn't I just use the Aetherite down there? Right, because I'm an idiot. I was going to use the teleport anyway. Okay, that's handled. And yes, they're advertising. So let's go get our 2 hunts and go speak to the lady at Quarry Mill. We're going to have a chain of quests to do there. But yeah, the lavender beds, just like the mist up in Limsa Lamensa. And there's another one in Ul'dah. I forgot its name though. But it boils down to housing. However, they messed it up in my opinion. There's only a limited amount of housing to go around. Bramble patch, so in here. I much preferred it when it was like Final Fantasy XI and everybody had a one-room house they could decorate. I mean, now you can get multiple, like 2-story places, and it's all, you know, really pretty and looks good. But if everybody can't access it, why make it a thing? Because I guarantee you, you're going to see people that don't have any urge to it, that are going to hold on to real estate and basically sell that shit at a premium. And I find myself reminded of Star Wars: The Old Republic, or sorry, Star Wars Galaxies, a game where they also had housing that was available. But the housing in Star Wars Galaxies, it was basically a matter of, if you had free space, slap a house down. However, there was a downside to that. The houses you could slap down, and since you could do it anywhere there was space that wasn't, you know, messing up a main story quest, inevitably, everybody, you know, inevitably all the free space in the world, damn near, and on every world, got covered with housing. You know, you would see just rows and rows and rows and rows of homes across the world. I'm not even joking. That said, I prefer the matter of, again, the housing in Final Fantasy XI where everybody had one and it was available to everybody. I mean, it was instanced, however. So your home wouldn't be in anybody else's way. Yeah, remember those tempered sills that I swore I wouldn't ever bother? I'm bothering them because they're a kill mark. It's like, screw peace treaties, I want my money. Come on, you know you want some of this. Come on. Good, we're enough away that won't have them link on you. Come on. Come on, that's good. Stay away from those. I can get to these two. Alrighty, we got it. We got this. Put these two down. I can get the quarry ball. Good. Let's get out of here. Because up here are stuff in their 40s and 50s. We don't want to mess with stuff in its 40s and 50s. I like having only one butthole, so I don't need another one torn for me. And I've got somebody beeping me. That's handled. So let's get the quarry mill. I'm probably going to cut the stream a little bit short today. Because, yeah, I do have to actually get that up, or that update to Windows 10 done. That and, well, yeah. So let's get the quarry mill. Let's see what's going on there. Because there's somebody there that's loyal to, or that's friends of the Alamegan Resistance. And I need to speak to them. Oh, the red mage made to look like lightning from Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know why I should care, but then again, I don't. So many people, making my frame rate go to absolute shit. What do you got for me? You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Why the hell should I do that? Just give me one reason. Albert sent you, Gur, that worthless whoreson. He abandons me, his comrades, his woman, and now is the guild asking me a favor. Simply incredible. I mean, I realize Heribert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Mefred, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. I hope he can, too. Because I don't like playing ring around the goddamn rosy. Okay, Mefred. Okay, good skin ring bands. Is that a... Oh, that's a glove. Mefred needs help tending a wounded brother. I'm Mefred, a proud man of the Alamegan Resistance. What business do you have with me? Captain Escallion, sir, his wounds have gone infested and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. Damn it, I asked the villagers for aids. I got on my knees and begged. They refused to lift a finger. If Gallion dies, his blood is on their hands. These Square Milk Ravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from utterly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. One of Mefred's in bad shape. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. If you want help, I want to help. Truly, I do. They're my countrymen after all, but that means going against the elemental's will. I've been a Quirma long enough to know how terrible the beings can be. I can't forgive myself if anyone else gets banished to me. Because of me. Does anyone can help me? Be Charlene, the Hamlet's resident hearer. If you take them out of her, she might listen, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. Basically, again, there's a borderline religion in Gridania where the people follow the will of the elements, you know, sentient nature, spirits of nature. Well, they're very capricious in who they accept and don't. And if you're not accepted by the elements, the Gridanians want nothing to do with you. They will let you die rather than help you if the spirits say so. The Alamegans are possessed with a kind heart, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant your wish. That authority belongs only to the elementals, the guardians of the Twelveswood. As outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, they are judged of a night whether they have a place in the boughs, and the Alamegan's petition has been denied. Harsh as it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Well, your gods are fucking dicks. I'm going to help them regardless of what you say. That's how it's to be them. The bloody hero may as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on, or piss on the elements and piss on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. Well, I can agree with you there. But I'm going to try to help you since these assholes won't. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards want us out. I can't oblige them soon enough. Problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I have no choice but to turn to you. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd forever be in your debt. I will bring you your horns. You're still willing to sit there and do nothing while people die because your spirits don't like someone. That's just wrong. And I can't conscience that. Don't worry, we'll get you your horn, we'll get you taken care of. I really don't like it when a game does that. And the thing is, the people who are willing to sit there and let people die feel entirely justified because that's the way their people have always done it. I'm reminded of Shirley Jackson's The Lottery. And they were talking about one day not having a lottery, and oh my lord, we can't do that. This is the way we've always done it. This is tradition. That also reminds me of a more lighthearted take on it. A Weird Al Yankovic Weasel Stomping Day. We got 4 horns with you. Here you go. Godsend. Praise Welger. There's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? Cameron said, I told him once, they say he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he'd like to have tools to make this medicine. Be grateful if you take the horns to him and have him ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramund here. You see how many people there are running that, and how they're flooded around there is making my frame rate go to absolute ass. Alrighty. Proprietor. Accessorize enrollment. Okay. Got something to show me here. Turn those into medicine. Okay. Those look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make a medicine. Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? It's for an Alamegan soldier, so it comes full circle. Hope it helps support sides that need it, and don't you worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you more than you me, I reckon. They actually poke fun at the idea of consuming animal horn in an episode of Futurama. You see, because in a lot of traditional, various different countries' traditional medicines, animal horn is seen as an aphrodisiac, as something, you know, as something to give you, how to put this nicely, herbal boner pills, basically. Something to give you a good, strong... But yeah. Anyway, that's why I find it funny that I'm giving him this for healing. It's good to see you. You have medicine for our brother? Here you go. God bless you. I'll see that Galleon receives this treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It's been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Okay, he ain't heavy. Medford needs you to help find a missing comrade. Adventurer Galleon's gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking around. Not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the help and proper rest he needs, his condition's likely to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help find him and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. He might be as the woman seen something. Finally, about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarry Mill some time ago. He left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden much longer. That's why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to Little Alamigo. Blasted. I would have known what he was thinking. I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong, he's willing to let himself die. Make no mistake, entering that wound in his weakened state, or wound in that weakened state is suicide. Well, the captain's going to be pissed. On the wilds alone, that fool, that great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. We're going to go find him, and then we're going to call it. Hey, Gabi, you want some of this? No, you don't. Pat, watch out, a goblin. No, you don't. Falling all over himself. Galleon. Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. What do you take us for? We're Elamigans. Elamigans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore. The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamigan soil together or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let's return to your brothers, and don't even think you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. Oh yeah, let him heal, then beat the ever-loving dog shit out of him. Okay. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I'll see you back at Quarry Mill. That was funny. Okay. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road of the gun. As much as I dislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. We'll take the high pots. Okay, what do you want from me? Highly recommended. Mefford wishes to repay your kindness. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend of my people. Ask me anything and it's yours so long as it's mine to give. Cooperation of the people, little amigo? That's all? Far be it from me to question your desires. Very well, I'll provide you with a letter to go show to Gundabald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I have no doubt he will do all in his power to aid you. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and call it. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. Okay, Matthew, sorry for not responding sooner. This is on Excalibur server. I play on one of the most populated servers in the game. Well, anyway, thank you all for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse. Thank you. Have a good one. I will be back later tonight with Chroma Squad.